You're with Dr. Nita Chhinzer, and in this episode, I'm introducing you to what human resource management is from perspectives that are valuable to all managers, entrepreneurs, and human resource professionals. In order to understand what human resource management is, we have to understand what management is. Management generally involves 5 core functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. At this point, you're probably beginning to realize that staffing belongs to management, not just human resource management. But when we're looking at these 5 core functions, what are these core functions being done to? We have to understand what managers are actually managing. For that, generally, they spend a lot of time managing themselves, and that includes competency management, leadership management, time management, etc. They also spend a lot of time managing people, managing projects, managing programs, and developing a leadership awareness. When we look at this, again, we see managing people as something that's a core activity of all managers. So we're beginning to see why human resource management shouldn't just be something of interest to human resource professionals. We have to think about human resource management in terms of what they are trying to optimize in order to help the organization achieve its objectives. For example, human resource management is trying to optimize the use of the labor and the talent and the people in the organization in order to optimize the organizational outcomes. That's no different than financial management, trying to optimize the financial resources or the flow of money in a company in order to optimize the organization's outcomes. Or how marketing management tries to optimize the amount of influence, reputation, and brand recognition of a company in order to help it achieve its objectives. At the core, the concept of human resource management can be summarized along the concepts of what, how, and why labor and talent management occurs in an organization. First, human resource management involves an understanding of what practices help regulate employees. Here we're talking about recruitment, compensation, performance management, and training. They also have to understand how do these practices or systems impact the employee, the team, the business unit, and the company-level attitudes, behaviors, and outcomes. Human resource management also includes understanding why specific HR practices or systems are needed for each unique business setting. Are you getting the message here? It's not just human resource professionals who need to know this information. This is required across various management teams. But human resource managers specifically formulate and implement HR systems, such as performance appraisals and compensations, aligned with the organization's strategy to achieve its strategic objectives. They're often experts and coaches in the entire employment lifecycle, from attracting and acquiring employees to training and developing them, to evaluating and utilizing them, and then eventually exiting employees if needed. That just starts the cycle again. Unlike more static disciplines, the human resource management teaching and research world is dynamic and continues to evolve. Government initiatives in employment equity, training, and employment legislation change often. The demographics of the labor force change, especially in Canada with an aging workforce and a low birth rate and a big influx of immigrants. Moreover, organizations adopt new practices and competition for talent continually evolves. The use of new technologies alters the role of the individual job in an organization, and organization structures are often reevaluated during times of change. While learning about the specifics of human resource management provides a foundation in employment and human resource issues, HR managers, non-HR managers, entrepreneurs, consultants, and employment law professionals must all stay current on recent events and their impact.